morning everybody and welcome back to our channel. My name is Shelley and I'm 61. My husband is 62 and we moved to Greece in September 2022. Was it easy? No. But is it possible? Absolutely, definitely. And we started this channel to help people like us because while I've been here I have given out a lot of advice. So we thought, why not try and give that advice out to a wider audience? So if you want to move to Greece, then subscribe to this channel because we are going to give you as much advice as possible. We're going to show you step by step how you do that. This video is actually the second time I've recorded this. The first time it was corrupted and the sound was all wrong, so I've took that one down. So this is the second one, but it's got the same information in and it's the timeline for moving, a step-by-step process. So follow along and we'll give you everything you need. Please subscribe. It's really important to us. We are a new channel. We've only been going about 2 weeks. And the more subscribers we get, the more people we can help. So let's get into it. Now, before we start, I'll just say it might look a little scary, but it's really not. If you just follow along and you take all of our advice, I'm sure that you can do exactly what we did and make your dreams come true. So, step 1. Obviously, the most important step. If you are living outside the EU, so that includes the UK now, obviously, after Brexit, or maybe in America, then you cannot move to Greece unless you obtain a visa. And you obtain the visa in the country in which you live. So obviously, if you're in the UK, you get it in the UK. And the visa options are quite wide, but actually quite difficult to get. So the 3 that are the easiest to get and the ones that are most people look for are number 1, the golden visa, which is where you buy a property, and the amount you have to pay for the property depends on where you live, where you're going to buy it in, that is. Number 2 is the digital nomad visa, which is where you work online for a company that is outside of Greece. And number 3 is the financially independent visa, which is the one David and I did, where you can prove you have sufficient resources to look after yourself, you don't work and you are not going to be a burden on the state. Now, as I said at the beginning, there are more visa options than this, if you want to have a look at them. At the bottom of the screen, you'll see I've put the link to the visa centre. And you can have a look at that. It will give you all the visas available. But as I said, these 3 are the most common. But please do your research, because obviously if you find out that you're not able to qualify for any of these visas and you're outside of the EU, you're not going to be able to move to Greece. Okay, so that's very important. Step 2, set a date to move. Now, if you look back at the video we did before this one, you'll see me talking about when we decided to move, why we decided to move. It's quite an emotional video, actually. It was emotional to make, so if you want to go back and look at that, it might be interesting for you. But we gave ourselves a year. So we decided in September 2021 we were going to move in September 2022. Now, you definitely need a date, because when you apply for your visa in the UK, if you're coming from the UK, they ask you, when are you going to move? So you have to give them a date on the application form. Now, you don't have to move exactly on that date, but that is the date your visa will start, and your visa lasts for 12 months. And that 12 months gives you time in Greece to apply for your residency. So it's really important to set a date. And then everything will work back on your timeline from the date. Step 3. If you've got a house to sell or rent out, like David and I had, then you need to begin the decluttering and the prepping in anticipation of your visa being successful. Now, if you're anything like David and I, and you've got 20, 30 years of stuff to sort out, in your bedrooms, in your spare bedrooms, in your garage, in your conservatory, in your loft, things you've been given from family members, then, it's a bit of a process. It's quite an emotional process, actually, deciding what to keep, what not to keep, what you think you're going to need. You don't know what you're going to need. We will do some videos coming up. There are some videos coming up, actually, what we brought and what we didn't need to bring, and what we wish we had brought. But yes, this is the time just to start decluttering and prepping in anticipation of your visa being successful. You know, you're not going to sell your house yet because, or rent it out, because let's face it, you don't know whether you have your visa yet. Okay. So step 4. Whilst you are doing all the decluttering, you need to make an appointment with the Global Visa Centre, which is called the VAC, which is on the link, which is on the screen. The link where you're looking at the visas, you can make your make your appointment there. You can't make your appointment any more than 6 months in advance, and you will be invited to take your paperwork and have an interview at one of the centres in the UK, Edinburgh, Manchester, or London. You can go to any of them. You know, it's probably the best idea to go to one that's nearest your house, but you don't have to. You can actually go to any of them. You know, if you're in a hurry, you know, when you find an appointment that's closer in Edinburgh than it is in London, then, you know, go to Edinburgh. But you can choose whichever one you want to. But remember, not more than 6 months in advance. Okay. Step 5. Start compiling your paperwork. On the website link I gave you, it does give you the list of paperwork you need. And this video is part of a playlist that we're doing. And one of the videos in that playlist, we will explain the paperwork and we will tell you exactly how to fill it in, the best ways to fill it in, because there are costs involved, who can help you to compile it, who can help you to complete the actual paperwork, because there are some people you might have to pay. But we can help you with shortcuts for that. And but look at the website, because that will give you an idea of the paperwork that you will need. And then you take your paperwork to the interview, present it to them, and then you go away, and then they will let you know whether you have your visa. Again, that will be another video on our playlist, all about the interview, all about presenting your paperwork. So look out for that one. And then hopefully, step 6, your courier knocks on your door and arrives with your passport, and inside your passport is your visa. And then at that point, all systems are go. Now, you may not get this visa back until only, you know, maybe 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks before you leave, depending on what date you put on your application and depending on how busy the visa centres are. You know, sometimes they have a backlog, sometimes there's no one there at all. So it's very difficult to tell. But this is why you have to be doing things in the background, like decluttering your house, and basically getting things in order. Step 7, now, begin your house sale or your rental process. Now, I know you could be sitting there thinking, well, you know, what if we've got to go in 4 weeks or 6 weeks and we haven't sold our house? Well, obviously, you don't want to sell your house or start a rental agreement with anyone if you don't have a visa. So you need to wait to see if your visa arrives, see if you're successful, which we were, and you will be if you take our guidance. So we found a system called modern auction. Now, a modern auction means you tell the company when you are leaving the country, when your house has to be sold by, and they work backwards from there. Your house will be sold in 28 days and completed in 56. And that is the law, basically, the law of modern auction. They are the rules. It has to happen. So that's why that is a really, really good system to use if you have to meet a deadline, which you do. If you're on a visa, you want to leave the country as close as you can to the beginning of your visa, because your visa only lasts 12 months and you need that time to secure residency when you get to Greece. So we will have a video all about the modern auction and explaining it. But what I will say was it was totally amazing and worked absolutely fantastic for David and I. Everything was sorted literally within days. I was moving to Greece. Fantastic. Step 8, organising international moves. Now, if you planned on taking goods and furniture with you, you know, once you've done all your decluttering, if you've decided what you want to keep, what you want to take, what you want to donate, and if there are some things that you literally can't live without, then you need to organise international movers. You can also consider storage options, because many of the international movers have storage options. We took up that option, and we will have a video all about the international mover that we chose. There was Greek specialists, and they were, again, fantastic. not expensive, and really quite quick, and a very, very personable company, I would say. So, and they work all over Greece. So look out for that video. Step 9 is the time. It's getting real. It's time to book your flights. And guess what? One way. You're booking one way. I can remember checking in our airport and the lady saying, "Oh, you're only going one way." You know what? At that time, it's like, yeah, we're only going one way. We're not coming back. Whew. Anyway, back to the book flights. So, one-way flight. You will need to consider extra baggage to be able to keep the important things with you. David and I ended up taking 6 suitcases with us because we wanted to keep our personal things and our things that were important to us with us, rather than with an international mover, in a van, on a boat, wherever they're going, in a storage warehouse. Even though they were absolutely amazing, we found it best to have extra baggage to keep our important things with it, and that worked really well. So that's another tip. Step 10, moving day. The day you actually leave your house for the last time, leave the country, and start living your life. It's very stressful, but very worth it. And that's where your new life begins. So, if it's you, if you think it's definitely me, this is what I want to do, this is what I've always wanted to do, or even, I think maybe I'd like to find out a bit more, then please subscribe to our channel. Our channel is just to help people to live their dreams like we are. We are having such a fantastic life, 4 years on. So we really would like to help. So please subscribe to the channel, like the video, click the notification bell. As I said at the beginning, this video is part of a playlist of videos that's going to explain every step in more detail, so you will have every bit of information you need. But again, if you have any questions, just pop down into the comments and ask. We're here, we're retired, we've got time on our hands, we can answer, we want to help. We did it, and we want as many people as possible to achieve what we did. So if you've enjoyed the video, please like, comment and subscribe. Have a beautiful day. See you in the next one.